In the previous class, in solid state, we discussed the types of solids based on the arrangement of atoms in the crystals. Atoms or particles. Particles means atoms, they may be atoms, they may be ions, or they may be molecules. Similarly, based on the forces that bind these particles, again another classification is also discussed. Now, we will discuss the crystal lattice, next unit cell, types of unit cell, and a lattice point that contributes to each unit cell, and coordination number, different types of systems, etc. Okay, first of all, we discuss now the crystal lattice. What is crystal lattice? The three-dimensional arrangement of the three-dimensional arrangement. The three-dimensional arrangement of particles. They may be atoms or ions or molecules. Arrangement of the three-dimensional arrangement of particles in definite pattern. Definite pattern is called crystal lattice. Is called a crystal lattice. That is the definition of crystal lattice. How this crystal lattice is formed? The particles are closely packed in solids. We know the reason. Why? In solids, interparticle distance is very less. This is due to intermolecular forces or interatomic forces or intraionic forces are more than thermal energy. Okay, so due to these interparticle forces, these particles are closely packed together. The points which denote the particles are called lattice points or lattice spaces. If we join these lattice points with straight lines, we get the structure of crystal lattice. For example, if we take a unit cell, a cubic crystal like this, okay, it is like cube. If crystal is like this, it can be resolved into three coordination axes. Say this is x-axis, say this is y-axis, and say this is z-axis. So this crystal lattice can be resolved into three axes in three-dimensional mode as x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. If this is the crystal lattice, how it is formed? It is formed by joining the lattice points. What are lattice points? These are nothing but the centers of the particles. If we join the centers of the particles with straight lines, we will get a crystal lattice. Okay. Now we will come to next part of our discussion, that is unit cell. What is unit cell? Unit cell is the smallest portion of crystal lattice which repeats in all the three dimensions to form entire crystal lattice. Okay. So unit cell is the smallest portion of crystal lattice which repeats in all the three directions to form entire crystal lattice. For example, you play with a cube. You generally play with a cube. You try to get the same colors on same face by rotating the cubes. That cube again contains large number of small cubes. If entire cube is crystal lattice, the uh, the cubic cubes that are present, small cubes that are present in the cube denote a unit cell. Say this is the crystal lattice. If we take if we take a unit cell like this becomes a unit cell. So you see this is also resolved along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis. This is also resolved along x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So this is the smallest portion of crystal lattice, which repeats in all the three directions. That means, say this is one unit cell. Say this is another unit cell. So one unit cell come like this. One unit cell come like this. So along x-axis. Similarly, one unit cell come like this. One unit cell come like this along y-axis. And one unit cell come like this, and another unit cell come like this along z-axis. In this way, large number of unit cells come close together or arranged in three-dimensional mode to form entire crystal lattice. Here, the unit cell properties are the unit cell of a crystal lattice. Shape of unit cell is the shape of the crystal lattice. That means it is the fundamental part of the crystal lattice. Unit cell is the fundamental part of the crystal lattice. This unit cell is divided into mainly two types. They are primitive unit cells and centered unit cells. Centered unit cells. These centered unit cells are again divided into three types. They are body centered, face centered, and end centered. End centered. Okay. So unit cells are mainly of two types: primitive unit cells and centered unit cells. Centered unit cells are again divided into three types. They are body centered unit cells, face centered unit cells, and end centered unit cells. Okay. So uh, let us discuss about the types of unit cells in cubic system. Okay, we will discuss what is cubic system or which types of systems are there. We will discuss later. If we take a cubic system, so this is a square. Draw again another square like this. Join the corners. You will get a cube. So if it is a primitive cell, the lattice points are at the corners. Lattice points are at the corners. In primitive cubic unit cell, lattice points are at the corners. This is primitive cubic unit cell. Primitive cubic unit cell. And if we go for body-centered cubic unit cell, body-centered cubic unit cell. In body-centered cubic unit cell, lattice points are at the corners and also at the body center. So, in one unit cell, the type of in this type of unit cell, lattice points are at corners and at a body center. This body centered point is nothing but it. If we join the body diagonals, they meet at one point. That point becomes the body center in cubic unit cell. So this is body centered cubic unit cell, BCC, body centered cubic unit cell. Similarly, in face centered cubic unit cell, in face centered cubic unit cell, the lattice points are at corners and at the center of the faces. So at the 8 corners, okay, 8 lattice points are present, and along with these corner points, cube has 6 faces. Cube has 6 faces. Say this is a cube, not cube, it is actually it is a cuboid. Say it is a cube. Let us assume that it is a cube. Then this is one face. This is another face. This is another face. This is another. Along x-axis 2 faces, along y-axis 2 faces, and along z-axis 2 faces. There are 6 faces. So on the center of 6 faces, take 6 points, lattice points. So 4 faces. So this is the in front of the face. Say this is the face center of this A, face center of ADFH. Similarly, BCGE is the rarer face of the cube. Say this is the center of the rarer face of a cubic unit cell. So like this, 6 face centered points are present in this cube. This is face centered cubic unit cell. This is face centered cubic unit cell. And n centered cubic unit cell. Of course, in n centered cubic unit cell, on 8 corners, 8 lattice points are present. On 8 corners, 8 lattice points are present. And along only one axis, there will be 2 faces. And on those faces, 2 points are present. Say, in this face, above face, if we take above face, say this is the face centered point, and below face, this is the face centered point. Okay, so like this, only 2 face centered points are present at opposite faces. These are at the opposite faces, along x-axis or along y-axis or along z-axis. This is the end-centered. This is the end-centered cubic unit cell. End-centered cubic unit cell. So unit cells are different types. These are discussed now. Now, when these unit cells come close to each other and form entire crystal lattice, then how many particles actually belong to one unit cell? How can we discuss? So, types of, if we take types of lattice point, we discuss now types of unit cells. Now, we will discuss types of lattice points and their shape to each unit cell. And their shape to each unit cell. Okay. So now we'll take a type of lattice point, and number of unit cells, share that point, point, and contribution to each unit cell, Okay. So there are four types of lattice points. One is body-centered lattice points. This body-centered lattice point is shared by only one unit cell. For example, say this is the body-centered point. If we assume that six unit cells come along six faces, so this type, along x-axis 2 unit cells, along y-axis 2 unit cells, and along z-axis 2 unit cells. These 6 unit cells cannot be in contact with this body-centered point. So there will be no share of this point to other 6 unit cells, and it is shared by only one unit cell. So it is shared by only one unit cell. So its contribution is 1. Similarly, and face-centered lattice point. Face-centered lattice point means the lattice point will be at the middle of the face. When another unit cell come close to or come in contact with this unit cell, that will be shared by 2 unit cells. That face-centered point is shared by 2 unit cells. So number of unit cells that share that point is 2. When this lattice point is shared by 2 unit cells, the contribution of that point to lattice point to each unit cell is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, one unit cell, and 1 by 2, another unit cell. So its contribution to each unit cell is half face-centered. And then edge-centered unit cell. Edge-centered unit cell lies at the edge. Edge means here, like this. Edge-centered. This edge-centered lattice point is shared by 4 unit cells. How it is shared by 4 unit cells? Say here is one lattice point. Another unit cell comes like this. Okay? And if this is exposed now, if it is covered with 2 other unit cells like this, then it is shared by 4 unit cells. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Corner edge-centered lattice point is shared by 4 unit cells. So, as it is shared by 4 unit cells, contribution to each unit cell or one unit cell is 1 by 4. Similarly, another type of lattice point is corner lattice point. This corner lattice point is shared by 8 unit cells when these form entire crystal lattice. When entire crystal lattice is formed, this cornered lattice point is shared by 8 unit cells. So the share of cornered lattice point to each unit cell is 1 by 8. So this is about types of lattice points, the number of unit cells that share that lattice point, and share of that point to one unit cell or each unit cell. So Now we discussed crystal lattice, unit cell, types of unit cells, and now we are discussing, we discussed the type of lattice points and they share to each unit cell. Now, actually, how many lattice points belong to each unit cell of all these types? We can calculate. How we can calculate these things? You observe here. We will draw another table. So, type of unit cell, type of unit cell means primitive or BCC or FCC or ECC, end-centered cubic. Type of unit cell, type of lattice points, type of lattice points that are present in that unit cell, and actual number of lattice points. Actual number of lattice points belong to one unit cell. Actual number of lattice points belong to one unit cell. This is called effective number of atoms. This is called denoted as Z. This is effective number of atoms. Effective number of atoms. We will come across this Z value, or based on that Z value, we calculate efficiency. Okay. Now we will calculate Z value. Type of unit cell. 1. Primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. We need Z value. That Z value we will calculate now. Primitive unit cell. In primitive unit cell, lattice points lie at the corners. So there are only corner points, 8 corner points. 8 corner lattice points are present. So 8 corner points are present, and contribution of corner point to each unit cell is 1/8. So in primitive unit cell, primitive cubic unit cell, this is primitive cubic unit cell, the Z value or effective number of atoms that belong to one unit cell is 1. And if we go to second type of cubic unit cell, BCC, body centered, BCC means body centered cubic unit cell. Body centered cubic unit cell. So this body centered cubic unit cell is formed by 8 corner lattice points and 1 body centered point. So 8 corner points plus 1 body centered point. 8 corner points contribute 8 into 1/8, and body centered point contribution is only 1 because it cannot touch other unit cells. So totally 1, 2, each BCC unit cell, 2 lattice points are present. This is called effective number of atoms that belong to BCC unit cell. Next, third one, FCC unit cell, face-centered cubic unit cell. This is the face-centered. In face-centered cubic cell, which type of lattice points are there? Corner and face center. How many corners are present for cube? 8 corners. So 8 corner points plus 6 faces are there. So 6 face centered points. Contribution of 8 corner points is 18 to 1 by 8, that is equal to 1. And the contribution of 6 face centered points to 1 unit cell is 6 into face centered contribution is half. Face centered points contribution to each unit cell is half. As 6 faces are there, 6 into half, that is 3. So, total number of lattice points that actually belong to one unit cell of face centered cubic unit cell is 4. Okay, Z value is 4 for face centered cubic unit cell. Similarly, if we take fourth one, end centered cubic unit cell. So, end centered unit cell, cubic unit cell. Okay. Now, where the points are located? The lattice points are located at the 8 corners and the 2 are at the face centers of opposite faces along only one axis. So, 8 corner points are there and 2 face centered points are there. The corner points contribution is 1 by 8. There are 8 corner points. So, net points that belong to one unit cell, net corner contribution of net corner points is 1. And 2 face centered points are there. Contribution of each face centered point is half. So, 2 into half is 1. So, Z value for n centered point is 2. N centered cubic unit cell is 2. So, this is the calculation of Z value, that is effective number of atoms that belong to these 4 types of unit cells. Okay, we discussed the types of unit cells, types of lattice points, and the actual number of lattice points that belong to one unit cell of different types. Okay, so in packing fraction, we have to substitute Z value. So Z value for this type of unit cells are calculated like this. Then, so Bravais proved there are 14 unit cells. There are 14 unit cells. These 14 Bravais unit cells are formed into 7 systems. They are formed into 7 systems. So what are those systems and how many unit cells are there and what are their characteristics? So before going to these 7 systems, how can we classify these unit cells into 7 systems? We classify these unit cells into 7 systems based on the interfacial angles and unit lengths and edge lengths and edge lengths. So interfacial angles means take this unit cell. This is along the x-axis, this is along the y-axis, and this is along the z-axis. So interfacial angle between this face and this face, xz and xy face. Okay, say this is alpha and yz plane, yz face and zx face. Say it is a beta. And say between these two, the angle is gamma. These are called alpha, beta, and gamma are called interfacial angles. Interfacial angles. Angles between two faces in a unit cell. Similarly, edge length of, say this is the unit cell. Edge length of this unit cell, say this is A, then this also becomes A because it is a cubic unit cell. Otherwise, in other unit cells, edge lengths say A along x-axis, small b along y-axis, and small c along a z-axis. Small c along a z-axis. Okay, so these are, say, edge lengths. Edge lengths. Okay, so interfacial angles and edge lengths. These are called unit cell parameters. These are alpha, beta, gamma, and A, B, C are called unit cell parameters. Based on the relation between ABC and alpha, beta, gamma, we classify the systems into 7 types. Okay. So, how many unit cells are given by Bravais? Bravais unit cells are 14. Number of Bravais unit cells are 14. These 14 unit cells are divided into 7 systems. These are divided into 7 systems. How they are divided into 7 systems and what will be the relation between A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma. We will discuss these things now. Okay. So, we will take another table which gives the 7 types of systems. Okay, right. Type of system, Next, relation between edge lengths, ABC. Next, relation between interfacial angles, alpha, beta, and gamma. Next, number of unit cells that belong to each system, and type of those unit cells that belong to that particular system. Okay, first I will write the 7 types of systems. 1, cubic system. Second one, tetragonal system. Third one, orthorhombic system. Fourth one, monoclinic system. Fifth one, triclinic system. Sixth one, hexagonal system. And seventh one, rhombohedral system. Rhombohedral or trigonal system. These are the 7 systems in which 14 Bravais unit cells form. Okay, we know that in a cube, edge lengths are same. That means along x-axis, along y-axis, and along z-axis, edge lengths are equal. That means A is equal to B is equal to C. And similarly, we know that angle between any two faces is 90. This one 90, this one 90, and this one is also 90. That means interfacial angles alpha is equal to, beta is equal to, gamma is equal to 90 degrees. In cubic system, there are three Bravais unit cells. They are primitive unit cells, primitive, body centered, and face centered. Primitive. In all the four types of unit cells, the common lattice points are corner points. Corner points are common lattice points. Okay. So number of unit cells 3. They are primitive unit cell, body centered unit cell, and a face centered unit cell. Next, in tetragonal system, A is equal to B, which is not equal to C. Two lengths are equal and another length is not equal. Okay. Next, and alpha is equal to, beta is equal to, gamma is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha is equal to, beta is equal to, gamma is equal to 90 degrees. Okay. And there are two unit cells. There are two unit cells in tetragonal system. These two unit cells are primitive unit cell and body centered unit cell. Body centered unit cell. And in orthorhombic system, A is not equal to B, which is not equal to C. That means the three edge lengths are different, but angle between any two faces is same, which is equal to 90 degrees. There are four unit cells in this system. There are four types of unit cells in this system. These four types are primitive, body centered, face centered, and end centered also. And end centered also. Okay. Next, in monoclinic system, here also the edge lengths are different. Alpha is equal to, gamma is equal to 90 degrees. Alpha is equal to, gamma is equal to 90 degrees, but beta is not equal to 90 degrees. But beta is not equal to 90 degrees. So in this monoclinic system, there are two unit cells. These two unit cells are primitive unit cell and end-centered unit cell. Here also, in trigonal system also there are two unit cells. They are primitive unit cell and body-centered unit cell. Here also two unit cells are present, but these are primitive unit cell and end-centered unit cell. Okay. Next, in triclinic system, A is not equal to, B is not equal to C, alpha is not equal to, beta is not equal to, gamma is not equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So here the edge lengths are different and interfacial angles are also different. Okay. So among all these systems, most unstable system is triclinic system. Okay. This is an important bit in MSET or IIT, JEE or NEET. Okay. The most unstable system among the 7 systems is triclinic system, because all the edge lengths are different and all the interfacial angles are also different. We find only one unit cell in such a system, which is primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. And if we go to next type of system, hexagonal system. In hexagonal system, A is equal to B, which is not equal to C. Two edge lengths are same, but third one is different. And alpha is equal to and alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90, alpha is equal to beta is equal to 90 degrees, and gamma is equal to 120 degrees, and gamma is equal to 120 degrees. Okay. Here also only one unit cell is present. This is also primitive unit cell. This is also primitive unit cell. In rhombohedral system or trigonal system, okay, A is equal to B is equal to C. That means edge lengths are equal, but alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma, which is not equal to 90 degrees. These three are equal, but not equal to 90 degrees. Here, these are not equal and not equal to 90 degrees. Okay? These are equal, but they are not equal to 90 degrees. That is the difference between these two. Okay? I think you might have understand between these two. Okay, next. Here also one unit cell is present in this system. That is also primitive unit cell. That is also primitive unit cell. So among these 7 systems also, the common type of unit cell is primitive unit cell. This is another important bit. The common type of unit cell among all the 7 systems is primitive unit cell. And the common lattice points in all 4 types of cubic unit cells are corner points, corner lattice points. Okay. So if we total these unit cells, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 4, 9, plus 2, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are how many types of unit cells? 14 types, which are called as Bravais unit cells. These 14 Bravais unit cells fall into 7 types or 7 types of systems. So these are the 7 types of systems. So if you remember the order of type of systems, like cubic tetragonal, as I wrote in the order, you also try to remember in the same order. Then these will become easy to remember. How they are easy? Here all are equal, and angle between two faces is 90. Here one is different. These are same. Here these two are different. Here same, and here all are not equal. 2 are equal. One is not equal to 90 degrees. Okay. These are also not equal. Here all are not equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So we are making equal to unequal first in the edge lengths, and we are making equal to unequal next in the face angles. Okay. Here 3 body lengths are not equal. Body interfacial angles are also not equal. Again, I am coming to edge lengths. I am making 2 edge lengths equal, and then I am making 3 edge lengths equal. These are 2 are equal, 1 is unequal, and which is equal to 120 degrees, and alpha, beta, gamma. These are equal, but they are not equal to 90 degrees. So you first remember this order, and you can write these relations between edge lengths and interfacial angles easily. So in our today's class, we discussed the definition of crystal lattice, definition of lattice point, unit cell. Definition of unit cell. What is unit cell? It is the smallest portion of unit cell, crystal lattice, which repeats in all the 3 directions to form entire crystal lattice. And one more thing is, the shape of the unit cell is the shape of the crystal lattice. Properties of unit cell are the properties of a crystal lattice. And types of unit cells. Types of unit cells. And the types of lattice points that form these unit cells, and their contribution to each unit cell. Based on that, we calculated the effective number of atoms that belong to each unit cell in cubic system. Okay, and then we divided 14 Bravais unit cells into different crystal systems. Different crystal systems. Okay, so next we mainly we discuss the cubic system. Mainly we discuss the cubic system. Next topic that we have to discuss is coordination number. Coordination number. What is coordination number? It is the number of particles that surround a central atom, central particle. The number of particles that surround a central particle is called a coordination number. Based on this coordination number, we will conclude the structure of the unit cell. Based on the coordination number, we can say the structure of the unit cell. Then, how can we calculate a coordination number? This coordination number can be calculated by R small by R large. Radius of small ion by radius of large ion. And the range of this R small by R large decides the coordination number, and that coordination number decides the shape of a unit cell. Okay. This will be discussed in our next class. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jangaru. Jangaru. ఎంత టైం వచ్చింది నెక్స్ట్